I'm the guinea pig with nothing to lose. You're the viewer with everything to gain. And this is the 9th episode of Lean and Aggressive. I'm Luka Jovanovic, a first year medical student, and this is essentially everything I learned about health this week, whether it be my mistakes, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. A little bit of more philosophy right now. And my hot take is that you don't even have to be good to win. What I mean by good is talented. You don't even have to, let's talk about students. You don't have to be naturally talented. You don't have to be bright. You don't have to understand concepts quicker. All these things help, right? You don't need some crazy understanding of anatomy to be good in medicine. You don't need a background in this thing. You don't need your dad to have done the profession that you're doing. None of that matters. Sure, it might help, but at the end of the day, the most important thing, the make or break, is consistency. And that sounds like it's coming straight out of a fortune cookie. It's coming out of my mouth, the next best thing, right? But if we're talking long term, all the little optimization tweaks, let's take an example like the gym. This technique change, this variation, this cable instead of the dumbbell, this little blah, 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 whatever, this split, this training program, this little diet change, tweak, thingy maboplet, really doesn't matter in the long run if you stop. And what matters most is just not stopping. Relentlessly, let's say enthusiastically, but above all with grit, just never, ever ending. That's the most important thing. That continuity, that continuousness, I don't know. That constant motion forward is the most important thing. And keyword is just not stopping. I don't care how fast you go. I don't hope forward is the direction we're going in. Speed doesn't matter. And what's most important is that speed never equals zero. I don't know, I forgot my physics, but if your velocity is zero, your accelerate, I don't know, okay? We don't have to be going, all that matters is that we're moving forward and that we're moving, we're not stopping, all right? What the secret is, the key, and you might think, why am I qualified to even, say these words? I'm not. But I believe them to be true. So I'll just say what I think. This is my episode, right? That's only fair, right? What's most important is that you take a speed very, very slow. Let's say we're actually physically going on a jog and we're going to run 8Ks. It doesn't matter how fast we do it. What matters most is that you just pick a speed, a pace, and you commit to that pace and you just don't stop. And as you're running, you can speed it up if you're that guy. If it's challenging, you can slow it down and you want to stay there just as long as you do not stop, as long as you don't start walking in the race. Jog as slow as you need to go, as long as you do not stop. And that is an allegory for life, for anything, in my opinion, whether it be your studies. It doesn't matter if you pull an all-nighter the day before the test and then you do well the following day in the test and you get a better mark than me, that's okay. But I am going to keep on going over that material for the next year. And then in the second year of med school, when that same neuroanatomy comes up again, and that physiology and that concept comes up again, I'm going to know it and you won't. Not you, but you know what I'm saying. The person who beat me in the test, who studied more than I before, etc. And the reason that is just because of that continuity. Because I didn't drop the ball. I dribbled it way slower than you, but I dribbled it for way longer than you, and I just didn't stop. That's the key. With the diet, I can go in a 500, 600 calorie deficit, and I can lose fat quicker. But when I get to the destination, I'm going to stop. I'm going to equate to zero. What's the point then if I'm just going to stop after that? Because this path is long, this journey is long, and we can't even, it's like, in the stock market when the trends go up and down, but the average curve is up, it should be averaging up. But what we're doing is we're just going up one little bit and stopping. But it's like we don't see the rest of this whole thing. Like, no, you have to keep moving up. That's like that's the name of the game, my guy. So it's way better to go in a smaller caloric deficit. Go like 300 calories, but you can do that for the rest of your life. You know? With cardio, like, don't run 5Ks every day if you're going to, burn out after a while. Go like 1K, 2Ks a day, but for the rest of your life. With the studying, there's no point in me grafting for the next 2 weeks on my test, do it, and then just like cruise control. Because it's like there's a memory curve, and you're just going to be forgetting the information when it comes up again in a year's time from now, or 6 months in the next semester. You know what I'm saying? It's really pointless. What's most important is that you just go really, really slow forever, for the rest of your life. That's the secret. That's the key. And people will be like, oh, you're not losing, like, how are you on a diet if you're not losing fat fast enough? How is this and that if you're not doing it fast enough? It's like with these videos. In the beginning of the year, I was making 4 or 5 videos a week. I can't do that forever. I can do this forever. I can make one video at the end of each week forever, saying what I learned forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, the value in these videos might be far less, or, depends who's asking, but they might, be a bit less significant than in my other earlier videos or something like that. But it's like, I am going to get better. All you have to do is just solidify one habit. Like with the studying, for example, if I'm studying every single day, eventually I'm going to realize that, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I'm studying regardless. How do I make the most of my study? And that's when optimization kicks in. That's when we start making the most of the time that we have doing something. That's when we squeeze it out as much as we can, and we just get better and better and better. But the most important thing is that you just go really, really slow forever moving forward. Just do not stop. That's literally the most important thing. Fast, slow, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is forward, ? If yes, good. And velocity equals 0, bad. Pretty much. And that's why passion and like genuine interest for something is so overpowered, because naturally you're going to be looking up into certain topics that other people, if you just naturally love chemistry, you're a chemical engineering student or something, if you just naturally look into chemistry, or let me think of like, I don't know, dermatology, if you just naturally love like skincare, you're going to smoke everyone else trying to specialize in dermatology because you actually care about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like in your free time, your For You page is dermatology. It's, no, this compound sucks. No, this is better for skin. No, this lipid is actually like a saturated fat, so it's not good for these pores. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, it sounds like chit chat, rubbish, yappa yappa to me, because it is. I don't know what I'm saying, but to you, it's like lingo. It's time on problem. It's immersion in the concept. Like, if you, and it's the same thing as just moving forward without stopping. Like, you're just going to be doing the same thing every day because you naturally love it. Like, if I love football, I'm going to be watching it every single week. I'm going to be watching every single Chelsea game. I'm going to be doing all these things. I'm going to be keeping up with every single transfer market and knowing all the new transfer rumors and whatnot, because it's genuine passion and interest. And if you can find something like that in your life, like if that's your career, you win. Basically, it's important. Like, you can't beat someone who actually likes what they do. And I'm not like using that to kind of hint at me, like, look at me, I love what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm quite lost in life. I don't know if this is the right degree for me, or I don't know if I'm a right fit for this profession or anything like that. I'm figuring it out. I'm a 19-year-old lost little kiddo in my college dorm room. But passion's pretty cool, interest is pretty cool, but what's most important is just moving forward. And everyone else who's more talented than me, that's smarter than me, that's all these things in me, is sick, right? It's dope. You got a better mark than me, lit. But I'm just gonna keep moving when you chillax. slow and steady literally wins the race, my guy. But let's move on to the next point. What else is an opinion I have? How to make your life better, your sleep better. I can't find the other one under my pillow, but earplugs. Earplugs are literally probably the best invention since sliced bread. Like, it's actually insane. I have a sleep mask here, silk one. It's very comfy, but earplugs are insane because my floor is really noisy and messy. There's always something on. There's music. There's the people cooking. There's someone laughing. There's someone on reels. There's someone playing Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? It's a large distraction. But when I put these earplugs in my ears and I squeeze them and the foam releases and it fills up my ear and I can't hear a thing, then I put the noise canceling headphones over. I don't even know that there's life outside of my room. You know what I'm saying? So not only is it a lifesaver when sleeping, but it's also when studying and working. And if I can go to the library, put noise canceling headphones over the earplugs in my ear, I don't hear a sound. So definitely consider that. And it's just completely improved my sleep. Like, little distractions. Like, I put forest rain noises and the earplugs. You sleep like a baby. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't get a sleeping mask, an eye mask, and earplugs. It's like the easiest, most bang for your buck sleep improvement ever. Then this week I've been eating boiled potato and cold boiled potato. And the reason that is because of this funny little thing called resistant starch. It's kind of fiber. And when you boil, I peel the potatoes. When you boil the potato a lot, you develop a lot of this resistant starch, or rather, you bring it out of the potato, like you enhance it in the potato. And then when you refrigerate it and you make it cold, I think more resistant starch develops. So I'm boiling it, resistant starch, cold proofing that bad boy, resistant starch. So I eat these cold boiled potatoes, and they are very, very filling. I had them this week, and yeah, resistant starch is very, very powerful. A green banana has a bit more resistant starch than a ripe yellow white flesh banana, right? You can get resistance, you can get green banana flour. You can use that as a supplement for fiber. So I'm really interested in fiber uh, at the moment, the last few weeks. It's a pretty cool topic. And you have many different kinds of fibers, and I mentioned it in previous videos, but it's something that I really want to dive into. There's not many good supplements in my market, or in the market where in Cape Town where I'm at. Um, so I can't really buy and try everything that I want, but there's very good like psyllium husk. There's slow fermenting fibers. There's resistant starch fibers. There's soluble fiber. There's insoluble fiber. Like, there's so many different kinds of fibers, and we can use them all very differently for very different outcomes. I just have to do a lot more research into it and then try it out on myself and ruin my gut. Not gonna lie to you, my stools are pretty bad. I don't poo as much as I should or as well as I could. But hey, I'm figuring it out. At least my toxin intake's very low at the moment. Except today it was actually a really nice day. The weather was peak after church. I went to the waterfront here in Cape Town, and it is winter, but yesterday and today it was really warm and sunny, so it's not even like winter. And I had this nice shawarma today with beef. Loads of spice though. I'm not too good with spice. I think it's kind of toxic. Tons of vitamin A, carotenoids, unnecessarily, but it was yummy. Quite good. And it fits my calories and my protein and stuff. Or I'm a bit low on protein, but it fits my calories, so who cares? Then, what was I even getting at? I don't know. I just randomly had to tell you that. Sorry. Potatoes are cool. Use them if you want. Potatoes are a nightshade though, which I don't know. It could cause some skin irritation, or it could be problematic for some individuals in terms of how they digest it. But yeah, I'm still figuring out the whole stool fibers thingy. But stay tuned. Ha ha ha. Then in the gym, lat pull down is typically what people do for lats, right? Or a row or something like that. Pull up. Please, please, please try the assisted pull up machine. It will change your life. It will change your life. Try it, please. And don't even put on like give yourself as much resistance as you need. Or not resistance, like make it as easy for you as you, I think as you make it heavier on the weight, the easier it is for you. Do as much, like make it as heavy as, like make it as easy as you need. Like the higher up I go, the more control I get on my lat. It's insane. It really is. At the top, like just do it. Please just do it and go slow, and then you can get like the most insane squeeze of your life at the top of the movement. And imagine like here's the bar. I can pull the bar like up to my chest like that, and it's insane. And I just get this insane mind muscle connection on my lat. Like it's oh, the squeeze is amazing, the control is amazing, the stretch at the bottom is amazing, the pause at the top, like everything about it is perfect. I do not understand why anyone wouldn't do it. Lat pull downs like great too. I throw it in there as well. But after I just had that one insane pump with the assisted pull up machine, like you can't go back, bro. Like you can't not go. Like you got to keep going back to it. Like it'll change your life. It's insane. Like the next day or the following day wasn't that bad. The following, so Monday, I hit it. On Wednesday, I was sore. Like it was an insane. Like I didn't even know there were fibers in that part of the back. Like it's in like. Let me just keep quiet. Please do it. It'll genuinely change your back. Like, oh my soul. Back extensions over RDLs. Yeah, I was complaining about RDLs just because like I was fearing a bit of an injury, and I was like the grip. Like you can use lifting straps, but like apparently in terms of injury wise, like a back extension is just way safer. And I can just hug a 20 kg plate. I can get an insane mind muscle connection on my hamstring and my glutes. So definitely consider back extension instead of RDL as well. But I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I have been doing a bit of research on this gym stuff. So consider that. And I think it's really good, a really, really good substitute for RDL. Or you can just chuck it in there, see what you like, and work with that. Then something I've been maybe struggling with this week was just at the end of the day, I'd go on my phone a bit. This week wasn't that bad. I think last week it was bad. And I kind of like waste an hour in my day or like 30, 40 minutes at the end of my day, which I could have maybe spent just journaling a bit more, maybe reading or going to bed earlier or something like that. So I've come to the conclusion that if you are going to go online on your phone, Twitter, X, is probably the best online social media platform to go on in terms of gaining knowledge. Like if you can, I've cleaned up my, like I don't get any sensitive content there. There's no gore, there's no politics for me, there's no adult content, there's none of that jazz. It's very clean, and I've learned so much in terms of fitness and gym. Heaps of information there. When I was really into crypto in high school, I learned heaps. I didn't make any money from it, so I guess it wasn't that valuable. But I learned way more and way quicker than what I could have learned. What I learned on Instagram or YouTube. Nutrition heaps on Twitter. Uh, Gym, finances, like everyone you want is on Twitter, constantly just posting every day. If you like Alex Hormozy, Naval Ravikant, any of these people, they're all on Twitter, and they're all posting way more frequently. You can really get into people's mind. It's consider that Twitter. I've learned a lot on Twitter, and there's just way smarter people. There's like no Aiden Ross on Twitter. I guess you can find like clips from their streams and stuff if you search, like if you look for it. But if you can just put an effort, basically just follow the people you want to be like, and then go on just the following page and just scroll there, and you get all their content, and you just learn so much more. And then once you like interact and like things and say not interested on certain posts, your For You or Explore, whatever it's called, the algorithm kind of gives you what you want, and you just learn, like you learn heaps. I've learned also now on the like the medicine stuff. Like I'm like you find one good dude and you see who he follows and he retweets something, and you just like meet a new guy. Yeah.
Was it like 10-ish minutes away from you then?
Okay.
Or like you can probably start counting.
I'll be there. Thank you. I'm gonna have to go and cook up my chicken breasts for the week. They made a fire. In South Africa, we call it a braai. That's essentially a barbie. A barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. It's a barbecue. And I'm gonna cook some chicken breast there. Cooking it on wood fire really, really, really changes the flavor of your meat compared to like in the oven or on the pan. It's just delicious. So I'll try that out. Just chicken breasts with some salt, lemon, potassium chloride, a little bit of MSG as well. I was saying Twitter's pretty good. Spotify is also good. You have loads of podcasts there. But yeah, I was saying with the medicine stuff, like there's just so many doctors on Twitter that I found that I started following, and like just seeing all the different work they're involved in is really, really cool. Different ones on virology, someone um like research and vaccine testing, loads heaps on nutrition. Like it's really cool. You can just learn a lot. Then grades don't matter. Like at all, bro. Like I guess they do in some contexts, but like why I'm saying that is I had a test, a neuroanatomy test, oral, on Friday. Today's Sunday. Physiology as well. 3 questions on anatomy. What is that? What is that? Okay, and then like a theory-based anatomy question, and then 2 physiology questions. And we all get a group mark. There's 7 of us. We each have 5 questions, right? And then if you don't know it, you can refer it, and you can get like refer it to your group. So then you can all answer it together. But then we only get half the mark, right? So there's 7 of us in my group, 5 questions each. We're gonna get a mark out of 35. Bro, people didn't know their work, bruh. Like they genuinely like when we would refer a question and we all start talking, and like someone's saying something, and it's like, what are you like? That is not the answer, bro. Like, what is going on? And I'm not gonna lie, I referred my 2 physiology questions. Like those questions were deep, bro. No, I referred one. But that's just because I had like no idea like what was going on. So we luckily just the group also didn't really know. So I took a L. We took a L. I probably got 0 for that question instead of a half, which sucks. My bad, guys. But like, we're all gonna get the same mark, but that doesn't mean that we all know the same amount of work. And another group is gonna get a better mark than us because they coincidentally went through that work while we didn't, or something like that. None of the marks that they got represent, them being smarter than us, or all of us being equal within the group. Doesn't represent that we all know the same amount of work. So it's like I was actually really prepared, a lot more than I was for my previous neuro test, like 2-3 weeks ago. I was really prepared, but this mark is not going to be that good. My whole group thinks we did well. We haven't got our marks yet. I'm pretty confident that we did not do well because I know some of the questions which they think we got right. I know they're wrong. So we low-key cooked, but it's like the mark doesn't represent the effort, and that's how this whole thing goes. But if you get bad marks for now, it's like always look at your system, and then just look at like the context. And here I can understand it really don't matter. Like the mark really doesn't matter. I don't really care about it. Tomorrow we're starting with this week. Tomorrow I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board. We're already starting a new section. We're done with neuro. We're moving on to the musculoskeletal system, lower limb, bunch of muscles, bunch of arteries, veins, and nerves. You're just gonna keep moving, ducking and weaving. Like, yeah, who cares about that mark? I'm just gonna keep doing my Anki every day, keep learning the new stuff. Test comes around, okay, do it. What's the mark? Sweet, whatever. Just keep moving forward. Just slow pace, but just don't stop. And then one more thing, which is I live in a university res. It is so liberating knowing that you don't have to be nice to people. And I'm not saying that like some mini pants, oh, I'm tough, whatever. But it's like, I don't know. There's certain people out there which are just so uncharismatic, and it's sickening. Like, how can you walk past someone and not just say like, hey, what's up? Like, how can you just look at someone like this and be like, what's up? Like, I don't get it. Are you acting cool in front of your girl? Is it nonchalantism? Nonchalant? Is it? I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just view that as like, it's just so there's no charm, there's no charisma there. It's not even like what is there to like about that? About someone like that? I really don't understand it. It's like people like that. If I see you again, why do I have to look you in the eyes? Like, I'm not even gonna greet you, bro. Because basically what happened was I was walking down to another block in my res, and this one guy was with this girl, and I was just walking past, and they both look at me. I'm like, "Hi, guys," and they both look at me, and they're like, "What? What? What in the High School Musical college football jock is that, bro?" You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that suck. But whatever. Don't be a total asshole to people, but like you have no obligation to be nice to people. You don't have to give money to homeless people just because you have more and you are fortunate and lucky and stuff. Like if you want to, yeah, you can give. If I have nice food, I can be generous and share with you. If I have a nice smile, I can be generous and smile with you. But I don't always have to. I'm not obligated to do all these things. Like I can kind of just be neutral sometimes. I don't have to be negative and now take away from you and tune you out and cuss you out and curse you and not be nice to you. But I don't have to be nice to you. I can just be normal. Like, hey, I don't even have to greet you. Like, who greets strangers? You know what I'm saying? So it's very liberating just knowing, like, I don't actually have to even, like, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to actually have to smile at you and stuff. Like, I can actually just walk past someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ever want to be nice to someone, it's not because I have to, it's just because I actually want to. That's what I'm getting at. This is a much shorter video, a much shorter episode, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go meal prep some food. It's gonna be good. I baked some sourdough. Let me actually quickly bring you my sourdough before I conclude. Just wait 5 seconds. Close the door, bruh. All right. This is probably one of my better sourdoughs. Probably my best sourdough. I haven't cut him inside, so he could just be catfishing on the outside. But I did heaps of stretch and folds while I was studying on Saturday. I hope you can see him. Hope you can see him in the light as well. Let me shine some light. He looks pretty good. So hopefully he's airy and stuff on the inside. That would be pretty sweet. But from the surface, he definitely did explode. So I'm really happy. I'm really maybe proud. But it should be good. Hopefully it's good. And that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe got something from it. If not, sorry. Oh, whatever, bro. I don't owe you anything. I'm a meanie pants. Who's that guy that cuts down the trees in the Snorlax or Lorax or whatever? Yeah. Also, low nickel. I got some oven safe glass dishes so I can just bake more food in the oven. And I have a nice little. I didn't know these little lunch boxes I have are actually oven safe. So to heat up my food if I want, I can just put a little bit of food in there, put it in the oven while I go to the bathroom and like make a salad or something, and then boom, my food is warm. So that's pretty cool. That's been the video. That's been episode 9. That's been me. It is 7:07 on Sunday. How's that for alliteration? And it's the 2nd of August. I wish it was September, just for the S sound again. But yeah, I hope we can. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. If you enjoyed, let me know. If you have anything you want to talk about in the comments, comment that. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.